in our temple, Alvin Hironaga began this Go Green committee a couple of months ago, and it's evolved and it's starting to take on some projects and do some things. Its name has also changed to Eco Sangha. And as this committee is beginning to take on greater responsibilities and share the information that it has, the intent of this committee is to establish some policies, some processes in the temple that will be more sensitive to our impact on the community and the world around us. So, looking at things like our choices in products that we buy for the temple. Do we buy plastics, styrofoam? Do we buy paper? Do we buy compostable materials? These are all considerations that will go into this initial policy that will be presented to the temple. How can we change our behavior that would be more beneficial rather than having a negative impact on the world around us? The interdependency that we share with the world is so deeply connected with our activities, our actions. And if we are mindful, we can change the impact that we have on the world. We can change the impact that we have, or at least begin to contribute to the reduction of the negative impact that we can have on the world around us. Sometimes we can't foresee what will happen in the choices, as a result of the choices that we make. And I think that's another important thing that Buddhism talks about. The onenju that we carry, this onenju, is a full nenju, has 108 beads in it. This has 27. Nowadays, I don't know, they don't necessarily have a factor of that 108. They're more of oftentimes kind of a fashion statement rather than onenju. But as 108 or a factor of the 108 with 36 or 27, that 108 represents 108 limitations that we have, our perceptions of the world around us, reminding us that as unenlightened beings, we don't see things clearly. But that awareness helps us to work our way through the world with a mind that that questions, with a mind that looks at the world and our actions in that world, with a mind that questions and doubts, that asks, am I engaged in something that is helpful or something that is harmful? We may not know the consequences of our choices. We may not know the long term, like with ethanol and the production of corn for the use of ethanol. That process we thought was a good idea, but now we've had second thoughts about corn to ethanol, and we're changing. But if we're stuck simply in that mindset, then we will continue along, and the consequences may have been dire. So, interdependency, the awareness of the relationship that we share with the world around us, and also the mindfulness of that awareness through the lens of this inability to see things clearly. We question, we think about our activity, so that we can begin to expand the boundaries of what we see of the world around us. Interdependency, important idea in Buddhism. Interdependency reminds us that who I am is not the result of just myself. I don't move ahead because I think it's right. But that interdependency reminds us of the relationship we share with the world around us, the causes and conditions that bring us into being. And my limited view of the world allows me to appreciate and to question how I view the world, and begin to expand the limitations of that view, that appreciation of the world that I am deeply connected with, deeply immersed in. The relationship that, of course, again, returning to the Sambutsuge, the relationship that is most important for us in Jodo Shinshu is this relationship with enlightenment, that I am able to experience enlightenment as a result of this relationship. Like Dharmakara and the relationship with Lokeshvara Raja didn't come into being, didn't experience enlightenment, didn't fulfill these vows through his own effort, but as a relationship with Lokeshvara Raja was able to fulfill these vows that he had set out for himself. The interdependency of all things, profoundly set in our understanding of the world around us. In this relationship, in these relationships, infinite causes and conditions, I come into being and I am able to experience enlightenment. Okay, thank you very much.